listen to nobody.
And I don't. And there's a lot of guys.
Roy,
Roy,
listen
you
to-
can't
yeah,
tell Roy
no,
nothing.
no.
But you seem to be a guy that was very good at receiving instructions and applying it in the next round.
Sometimes.
And that has a lot to do, I think, with the trainer. You need a guy, Teddy Atlas saying to I think it was Teddy Atlas at the Michael Mohr, like, I'm going to go in there and fight. I'm canceling this fight. This is stupid. Yeah. Was that Teddy Atlas?
Yeah, that's Teddy.
I'm just saying, there's
it's
fighters.
like,
but he won that fight. Michael Mohr went on to win that fight.
Like
he said, I'm stopping it.
Yeah,
This
my
is stupid.
father would smack me. I mean, he would literally smack me. If I'm not paying attention or I'm not doing what he's telling me what to do, he would smack me. So the dialogue in the corner is this. He would tell me something. If I'm not out there doing it, he'll come back, you need to do this, such and such. And I'm like, no, he's trying to set me up. So we have that's what I loved about my father. We would talk in the corner. I can't do that.
You're not too tired to talk?
Nah, come on, man. I'm in great shape. I'm Slipmaster, man. Come on. Come on.
At Slipmaster. That's the game I love to play.
At Slipmaster 92, because 92 is because of the Olympics.
The Olympics. At Slipmaster 92. You got to touch Chris Byrd up on Twitter. He's a good follow, and he's a good dude. He's putting his name on it. And Matty Boy and I, we'll sit around. We always talk, like, what would be a good... Coming up with a boxing nickname is hard.
Oh, yeah. Touch Your Sleep is the best.
Touch Your Sleep is the best. And the two I came up with, I wanted to ask your opinion. Michael Spanks was Jinx, and I was like, that's too bad that's taken, because the Jinx is good. Like, even if you win, you're going to break your hand on his face. Something bad happens when you fight this guy, but then you might not get fights. The undertow.
The what?
The undertow. When you go out in the ocean, eventually you will get pulled on. Nah, I guess no. I guess that's my answer.
Wait,
how about this? The gay guy.
You get no.
40-0, all forfeits. Just weigh in with a boner. 182 cruiser time. See you in the ring, baby boy. You'll be like, nah, you can have the money, bro. All the men that have held this belt, you are connected. Liebling writes, very great. Merler, Sam Sheridan, our dear friend, veteran of the podcast, writes so romantically and beautifully about boxing. AJ Liebling writes about, and O'Toole writes about the lineage of boxing. You are connected to Jack Johnson. You are connected. There's a family tree, and it goes through that belt, that timeline, that greatness, and it's so singular. It's the smallest club maybe ever. Guys that have had their hands raised, and they say, and still. And you're one of those guys. Yeah. And I've always really just devoured that kind of literature when it says, when you realize Jack Johnson and Joe Louis. Like, you're connected to Joe Louis because you guys held the same strap. There's no other occupation. Acting, music. Like, you win 50 Grammys. Alicia Keys, well, you ain't Al Green like that. I don't, you know what I mean? It's just apples and oranges. Yeah. But with you guys, it's not. Yeah. So that lineage, who in that line stands out to you? Well, we already got, Jack Johnson. We got Joe Louis down and Ali and stuff, and Mike. We covered Frazier. Who in that lineage do you think that doesn't fit? That doesn't seem right. That guy's a part of that beautiful, beautiful straight line across the sky.
No, I don't have a guy. I won't even say a guy because you
keep it too positive.
Yeah, because you have that night where.
I'm not talking about a night. I'm talking about an era where a guy gets the belt and you're like, really?
Nah.
John Ruiz?
Nah. I can't. John did his thing, though. I mean, John really did it. I mean, he did his
first
thing.
Spanish heavyweight champion of all time.
But not even that.
Latino, excuse me.
Just the way he fought. Okay, the way he fought, is jab and grab. And
it was brutal.
But if the ref is not going to do nothing about it, he made you fight his fight.
Right.
And he went fight. So you got to give him his props.
Do you think Roy Jones should have went? I think he should have went up sooner because it was the era. But he did go up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now we have another argument. It's the era.
He didn't beat anybody but James
I'm the
Toney.
smallest guy in the era. Why nobody pick on me?
Roy, I don't know anybody that picks on you.
Roy picked on John.
I think you got a complex, man.
Roy picked on John. James Toney picked on John. I'm champion. So why don't you pick on me since it's a bad era, but I'm champion. Nobody picks on me. And I want these fights bad. So he should have went up. So when he goes up, he picks on John Ruiz because he knew, well, my style fits perfect with him. Now you have nowhere else to go because what other heavyweight you gonna fight? You champion. So now if you wanted to go up and heavyweight is so easy, stay in the division. You go back down and lose to Tarver. I mean, they gave him the gift fight, the first fight with Tarver. Then he get blown out by Tarver. Then he lose Tarver again and stay in that light heavyweight. So,
and those Tarver fights were weird because Tarver never struck you as a guy like, look out, here comes Tarver. To me, as a fan, and my friends, Roy Jones had the name, he had the hype, and he was such a,
style matchup, man. And Tarver can punch with his left hand.
He showed us that again and again and again, but still after 3 fights, no one's sitting around going, man, Tarver, don't fuck with Tarver, man.
Yeah. But
like DeVarrell, nobody even knows who DeVarell is, and you're saying no one ever hit harder than TOS.
That's why certain guys like this, I ain't fighting him. I'm not fighting him. That's how boxing is. That's how Roy was with Tarver. I ain't fighting him. Then you get pushed into a situation. Now you got to fight him.
I asked George Foreman when he hosted Saturday Night Live, when you walk into the ring and you look across at the other guy, what's going through your mind? He said, I'm scared. He said it to me completely straight and honest. He said, I'm scared because that guy's trying to beat me up.
Yeah. I mean, everybody.
Is George kind of putting me on a little bit?
No, that's.
Boxing,
everybody has their different. My thing is, I see the crowd like that. It's all, I'm about to put in work. That's me. I might be small, but you're going to leave this fight driving home saying, man, I just witnessed something great from this little guy fighting this big guy.
By the way, Chris Byrd is 6'2", and he keeps calling himself small. Mike Tyson was 5'10".
I'm 6.
Ali fought at 202.
I'm about 6'1". And they say 6'1.5". Got my shoes on.
6'2". With the heels on and the afro, you're like 6'10".
So for me, I know my weight walking around. When I was boxing at heavyweight, I walk around between 195 and 202 all the time. So I just eat. I'm trying to eat up to stay up so I can. When I went to training camp, I put on weight. I mean, I lost a lot of weight, but I put on because I eat more. But I don't eat that much. So what you see now is, and these guys are cutting weight. They come from, 275, getting down to 250. 255, getting down to 235. I'm trying to eat to go up, so I'm a little.
James Toney, in all fairness, had the same plan, but he started at 150.
But if you, he did.
He ate himself all the way up to heavyweight champion.
You're right, but
it's like watching a child grow up.
But if you see him fight,
he's a big kid. Your son looks good. He's he's 10. Yeah, no, he looks good. I remember when he was just a little baby crawling around. Big fat baby you got there. So Lennox Lewis is the big. Not, I was going to say any regrets, but I know you have none because of your faith. However, Lennox Lewis, that's the one. That's the one.
He's the one.
The missing spot on the page where you go.
Yeah. I mean, Tyson. I always wanted to fight Tyson. But he wasn't champion. Evander, he wasn't.
You weren't afraid of Mike?
No. Well, if you're afraid in boxing, you don't need to be in the sport.
But George Foreman told me he was afraid.
That's George. That's George. But for myself, everybody think I should have been afraid because I was small, but I wasn't afraid of these guys.
You weren't that small. It's funny to me that you're. I know you were billed as small, and I remember
for heavyweight. I'm really small.
I know, but let's not. Mike was 210.
Yeah, but Mike Tyson
210
in amateur, he fought 201. He was a natural heavyweight. I fought 165.
212, Mike was.
217.5. That's his. I'm a huge Tyson fan. I was a huge Tyson fan coming up. So 217.5 to me was his best weight. He weighed in 219, sometimes 221.
Why did I think he was lighter?
Oh no, he was big, and he was big. Yeah. And I give him props. He was short, and it was hard for him to get in with certain guys. It was a way to get in. But he didn't fight in the big era. I mean, where is he? I fought in the big guys. So you talking about the height difference? 6'6", 6'7", 6'8". I'm fighting these guys. There wasn't that many big guys in Mike era in that main 80 from what?
Wasn't Ribalta like 6'6"?
I fought Ribalta. Yeah,
I know you did. Like and you and Mike both.
6'6". I mean, he was a slugging 6'6".
Now, Mike knocked him out with a body shot, didn't he?
Yeah, but he took some punishment before Mike knocked him out. I mean, he hanging in there.
How weird is it a guy like Mitch Blood Green, an actual card-carrying criminal bum, just Mike can't figure out just a guy smoking Newports, wearing a fur-length leather coat. I love me some Mike Tyson, baby.
Went 10 rounds with Mike.
Yeah.
Style.
Talk about a Jerry curl.
Yeah.
Blood Green.
It was wet.
Nickname was Blood. Mitch Green. Blood Green.
Wet Jerry.
He can't fight in Compton. Crips will whoop his ass.
Yeah, very true.
So Lennox Lewis, that's the one.
Yeah, he was the one.
What about a senior circuit? Can we put together a senior tour for boxers?
I wish over 40. But see, the thing is,
because his hair's going back like Stevie Wonder's too.
Yeah, you're right. I
wish everybody could see the faces we're making at each other.
My sister played professional basketball. She get to keep playing basketball. You know what I'm saying?
She played pro?
She played pro. She played, she old school. She played Eastern Michigan. She played overseas. She played in the ABL, and she tried out WNBA. She like 43 years old trying out for WNBA. But she get to steal, and almost made Detroit.
She's the Kurt Thomas of the WNBA.
Yeah, I know, right? So she get to play basketball. You don't get to box no more. Senior league. Nobody want to get hit on. Walk around punching you, old, you stuttering.
You get it. So what do you want to do moving forward? Obviously, you want the Chris Bird's Eye View on YouTube, Bird's Eye View. You want that to be successful.
Yeah.
But I mean, man,
Tri-City Wellness in Carlsbad. I'm partnering with Tri-City Wellness. They're putting a gym in for me. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be huge.
But not champion of the world, Chris Rapid. Not that big,
but.
How hard is that life?
If I can get guys to that level, which they will allow me to do also.
So you want to train?
Oh, yeah.
You want to train guys to become champion. You live through them a little bit.
I just want to pour some of me into them.
All right.
You know Robert Garcia? You heard of him? The trainer in Oxnard. Got probably the best gym in the world. I mean, he has all these fighters. He got 7 world champions. And we fought amateur together. And he's a former junior lightweight champion. His passion is getting these guys to another level. If I can get guys to that big stage, to the highest level, that I'm complete.
How many years out are you from having a guy go to that level? Are you just getting started, or you been in the mix for a while?
Yeah, one fight.
You just have one fight?
It could be one fight.
Oh, you're one fight away.
Yeah.
You'll tell me off mic because we don't want to.
Yeah, I want to talk about it, but one fight away.
This is the argument potheads have in their car. Like, if you're the heavyweight champion of the world, you're the baddest man in the world. That's how we open the podcast. And you go, no, man, there's always that one guy in prison that'll whoop your ass. Do you believe anybody, like when you were heavyweight champion, they put you in like San Quentin? Is there just some guy in San Quentin that's just some animal that could just whoop your ass? Do you believe, like we said earlier in the podcast, when you're the heavy, because that's the big thing. Mike Tyson went to jail. And the thing is, there's a guy in jail that probably kicked the shit out of Mike Tyson. I could see your face. You're like, there's no fucking way a guy in jail's whooping Mike Tyson. Eating ham sandwiches for 10 years. Don't come in here, Mike. I've been eating Skittles.
I'm good. You could always get, somebody take you to the ground. I ain't got no ground game. I'm good with my hands, though. I mean, I'm really good, more than good, fast, and I'm still elusive. I'm reading you. If I stand in front of you, I'm gonna read you like a book. I already know what you're gonna do. So if you go,
that's
try
kung fu, man.
Hey, that's it. So
that comes from studying the game tape, looking at the game tape.
Just study. I love studying just guys. To this day, I stand in front of you. I already know it. I already got my game plan.
You're looking at me like, you know what I'm going to do. What am I going to do with this gut?
I think you're going to swing on me. So if you're going to swing, I already know.
I'll shoot the leg, man. I'll shoot. We're going to the ground quick.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going to punch me and kill me.
But see, I'm
punch my back. You probably hit me. You probably hit me in the back.
But you know what?
Low down.
I might be pretty good on the ground, too. You never know if I was trained.
A lot of bats in here. I got to call that.
That's what I'm talking about. Get the bat. Shoot. Get that fighting.
So, Chris Byrd, Slipmaster 92 at Slipmaster 92 on Twitter, and Bird's Eye View.
Bird's Eye View.
All right, the Bird's Eye View. Don't get mad at me, because to me you're a giant, and I got to tell you something.
I'm little, man.
I've met heavyweight champions, and I got to say, it never goes away. The fact that when you meet a guy and say hi, champ, and he's champ. That is never lost. I said it to Foreman. I said it to Tony. I saw him coming out of a hotel once in New York when he was champ. And guys that are former champ, it's like being governor. If you're governor of South Carolina like 30 years ago, when you walk in a restaurant, they go right this way, governor.
Everybody.
Like President Carter, President Clinton.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, when you came down my driveway and you just class. You got the beautiful lady, your gorgeous wife, and I said, "Hey, champ,